fight fans, and welcome back into WFS Showdown. I'm your host, as always, Dallas Danger. I'm joined once again this week by the legendary Les Thatcher. Les, thanks for being here at the desk with me again.
Dallas. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these guys. I actually want to be in attendance on the 27th of November as well because, man, you know, some of this, well, we're going to talk about this tag team thing, aren't we?
Absolutely, yeah. So today, we're dedicating the program, this episode, to the tag team rivalry, the World Tag Team Champions, the Heat Seekers, Sigmund and Elliott Russell, and the issues they've had with Brian Logan and sensational Wayne Atkins. And, you know, that kicked off episode 1, the very first edition of WFS Showdown, when Brian Logan comes out to retire, says he's hanging it up, brings his boots to the ring, and those boots are such a symbol for a veteran like Brian Logan. And the Heat Seekers took issue with that. They didn't have a lot of nice things to say about Brian Logan. Talked about the old Brian Logan and how they knew Brian Logan from the time that they broke in.
Right.
And going from there, they beat him down. They tear off his suit and they steal the boots. And it looked like Brian had no friends. And it wasn't long. Wayne Atkins comes to his aid, which was a shock to everyone based on their history and a lot of battles between the Heat Seekers and Brian and Wayne, and although Brian and Wayne have not gotten their hands on tag team gold, they have regained both of those coveted boots, and now we know on November the 27th, that's a Saturday night in Dandridge, Tennessee, Field of Dreams Activity Center, it's going to be a last opportunity, the final chance at the tag team titles for Brian Logan and Wayne Atkins taking on the defending champions, the Heat Seekers, who frankly are one of the better tag teams in all of the world. And Les, you know a thing or two about tag team competition.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in tag. First tag team title I won in this area was 1969 with Whitey Caldwell. We won the Tennessee Tag Team Champions. I shared the Tennessee Tag Team Champions with my cousin Dennis Hall as well. And then under Ron Fuller's promotion in the 70s, Nelson Royal and I were the Southeastern Tag Team Champions on several occasions. Yes, tag team wrestling has been a big part of my life. I was just sitting here thinking about this, Dallas, and realizing that the Heat Seekers have been together for, my gosh, 6-7 years now?
A long time, yeah.
And they are absolutely probably one of the best unsigned tag teams in the industry today. So Brian and Wayne have got to put their thing together as tight, as cohesively as they possibly can, because it's win or go home in terms of those belts, right? Because if they don't win on the 27th, then they don't get another shot. So they should be in rings going through teamwork and stuff as you and I are sitting here talking about it now, because they've got to make up for these guys, the Heat Seekers, being together for so long.
Absolutely.
It's a whole nother psychology in this respect, and they're going to have to isolate those guys and wear one of them down and hope they can keep him from making the tag. That's what it's going to take, I'm afraid.
Make no mistake, it's going to be a tough hill to climb for Brian Logan and Wayne Atkins on November the 27th at the Horner Cup, and we're going to look back at all the history between both these teams. And I actually had the opportunity to sit down with each of the two teams, the champions and the challengers. You'll see those interviews later on today. But for now, let's get to the replay package. Let's see the history between the troublemaker Brian Logan and Wayne Atkins and the World Tag Team Champions, the Heat Seekers.
How's everybody doing tonight? I want to thank everybody for coming out. I got a major announcement and I wanted to make this evening. And it's a very special announcement. I've been in this industry for 27 long years. I am the luckiest West Virginian ever because I got to see the world wearing these boots right here. But as things happen, you know, you get a little older, you get a little slower. So I'm officially thinking that I'm going to hang it up. Now, I have won championships all over the South, and I became a world champion one time beating Larry Zbyszko. I said I'm extremely lucky, but Larry Zbyszko was probably the height of my career. And I just want to leave these boots here tonight in front of you people. I want to thank you for sharing this special occasion with me. That, you know, long road and a long time from holding that world championship. But here tonight, this is my last time in ring. Thank you very much.
A solemn moment by the troublemaker Brian Logan as the tag team champions are out here.
You know, Brian. Hang on. Give me that microphone. It's bigger than you are.
Now, Brian, I'm not going to lie. What I see right now, it's pathetic. Because you see, Brian, I remember a time when Brian Logan was the most feared person in the region. I remember Brian Logan, the AWA champion, the OVW tag team champion, the person that everybody in the locker room was scared to even sit by because they didn't know what kind of ticking time bomb was going to go off because they were scared of you, Brian. They were afraid because in this ring you were dominant, you were defeating. But now you come out here setting your boots down, saying, I'm done. But Brian, when I met you, you were the last of a dying breed. Your own words, Brian. And now, you're not even man enough to hold those boots that you set down in this ring.
Smack the shit out of him, bro.
You got it!
Get him, bro.
Smack it, yeah!
Whoa! Look at that attack, Sigmund and Elliot Russell now out there. Oh my God, they're ripping the clothes off the troublemaker, Brian Logan. The absolute disrespect by the tag team champions to a man who was only doing what so many wrestlers have done before him as a sign of respect and a sign of closing that road, leaving your boots in the ring and tripping down. This is just absolute embarrassment to my Look at the way Elliot Russell has that belt now. And oh my God, no! Somebody needs to get out here. Somebody needs to do something. Using Brian Logan's own boots against him. The tag team champions are. And no, come on. This is too much. Oh my! Right to the skull, Brian Logan.
You're a shell of a man. We are the heat seekers. We are the true last of a dying breed.
You have to wonder if there's going to be retribution for the actions taken by the heat seekers out here. And will it change Brian Logan's decision to stay retired?
Teeth out. They're not my teeth out. I got my teeth. Oh, come on, bro. Go find yourself. Oh.
Get down there. I'm listening. Okay, bud?
You got my teeth. They're not my teeth out.
I love you, Brian. Everybody get him, Brian! Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore.
House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for.
House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
I even put a shoe shine on these dirtiest boots I've ever seen in my life. Hell yeah. Professional.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event, scheduled for one fall with television time remaining. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 457 pounds, the WFS Tag Team Champions, Elliot Russell and Sigmund, the Heat Seekers. And their opponent, from Dandridge, Tennessee, weighing in tonight at 258 pounds, the Troublemaker, Brian Logan!
Hey, you see this, Brian? This is a tag team title right here. This is for people and friends and friends.
And Brian Logan out here flying solo against the Heat Seekers. And I'm not sure if this is about just having a match against the Heat Seekers or seeking revenge for the fact that they interrupted his retirement speech and then stole his boots to boot. turn of a phrase there, if you ever heard one, that the Heat Seekers are wearing. Collar elbow tie-up now as Brian Logan gets pushed off the rope for a shoulder tackle, takes down Sigmund. And Logan, he's ready to get his hands on either one of the Heat Seekers. But the Seekers on the outside taking their slow time to come in because they know they have angered the troublemaker Brian Logan. And the thing about it is Logan is no stranger to tag team wrestling. He is one half of the former Ohio Valley Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And now we see the big man Elliot Russell come in and just pie-faced Brian Logan does to Elliot Russell as we see an exchange of blows back and forth. And Russell now getting the better of the exchange as wow, Logan fights out. Down goes Sigmund and down goes Russell. Logan in fantastic shape out there, especially for a 2-on-1 handicap tag match on the elbow, forearm. And the Heat Seekers are on the outside again, licking their wounds. And the referee checking to make sure that Logan did use an open hand, which Logan claims. I gotta say, the Heat Seekers trying to say that Logan has an unfair advantage is preposterous at best. As Elliot Sigmund now looks across the ring at Brian Logan saying he wants to test his strength. This could be a good one. Oh! But Sigmund wisely going to straight to work on the gut. Allows Sigmund to get back in the ring. And hold on! And Sigmund rings the bell of his tag team partner. While Logan takes Sigmund down to that mat, whips Sigmund off the ropes, and Brian Logan with an inverted atomic drop. Oh! That's going to leave some real pain for Sigmund. And Elliot Russell says, I'm going to try to get you from behind, but Logan has none of it, and an inverted atomic drop for Elliot Russell as well. Logan taking out the trash here in World Fighting Showcase as the tag team champions are on the outside wondering what in the world just happened here. 2. The ref counting. I think he's up to 5 at this point now. I thought he was only at 2. Sigmund the legal man, but Russell trying to sneak in from the back leg with an axe handle to Logan. And does get Logan finally down to his knees as Sigmund with the big closed hand goes to work right on the face of Brian Logan and drops the foot right across the jaw of Brian Logan. Sigmund now using the boot of his tag team partner to do more damage to Brian Logan. Brian Logan being whipped back into that ring, the ring area by Brian Logan. And now Brian Logan now in trouble. But Logan, what a headbutt takes down Logan as Elliot Sigmund does. And two count only though. And Sigmund putting the boots to Brian Logan now, and a knee straight in the back as he puts the reverse chin lock on Brian Logan. Logan, very experienced here, trying to get the fans into it. He knows what that means. He knows you get the energy of that crowd. It gets the adrenaline pumping through your body. And those fans who feel like they're experiencing vicariously through you. But no adrenaline there as Logan drops the arm for the second time. One more and it's all over. Look at Logan with the finger. And the hand now. Logan, he gets back up, got one knee, got another. Big right hand, another one to the midsection, breaks free finally, but Sigmund strikes Logan to take him straight back down. Sigmund coming in now. This is where Logan's going to be at a disadvantage. He doesn't have a fresh opponent, partner to tag. And a splitting of the wish there to Brian Logan, but could do more damage to the groin region. Look at the way that Sigmund's being disrespectful out there to the fact that Logan has no tag team partner. And there are some that say that's not surprising. Wait a minute, here's Wayne Atkins. I tell you, Wayne Atkins is a true surprise to be out there, not just in the fact that he decided to sign his tag team partner, but him and Brian Logan have a long history. They've been friends, they've been enemies, they've been frenemies, and everything in between as Sigmund drop kicks Logan. But Wayne Atkins calling for the tag, agreed to be the fresh man now, as Sigmund chokes the life out of Brian Logan. Here comes Elliot Russell. Wayne Atkins just inches away. Axe handle though by Elliot Russell. Sees Brian Logan being stopped there. And a headbutt. Atkins definitely being the better man to be out here. Trying to get the fans there. Boot by Logan. But is it enough now? Does Logan know where he's at? Does he know how close he is to Wayne Atkins to make the tag? And Sigmund tries to stop him, but here comes Atkins! And Atkins in there dropping one and the other, the Heat Seekers just going round and round, and don't you know, here you go as Sigmund gets whipped off, and Atkins coming off the ropes and a big running knee there. Whipping Sigmund off again, and a drop kick right to the mush of Sigmund, but Elliot Russell stops sensational Wayne Atkins. Elliot Russell has Sigmund up now. Low ceiling, there could be a problem there. The winner, here comes Wayne Atkins. 1, 2, 3 count. Wow!
Here are your winners, Wayne Atkins and Brian Logan.
Logan and Atkins get the victory here. And the Heat Seekers completely perplexed as to what has happened to them. They thought they were going to be able to make easy pickings of Brian Logan. But Wayne Atkins does the right thing and stands by Brian Logan right here in World Fighting Showcase.
Fight fans, Dallas Danger here, and if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week, but you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore.
House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for.
House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
The World Fighting Showcase returns to the Field of Dreams Activity Center in Dandridge, Tennessee, Friday night, November the 5th, 7:30 bell time, and free admission for a WFS Showdown television taping. See all the excitement you have come to expect from the World Fighting Showcase, November the 5th, 7:30 bell time, the Field of Dreams Activity Center, Dandridge, Tennessee, free admission.
And it is for the WFS World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers. First, from Kingsport, Tennessee, weighing 175 pounds, sensational Wayne Atkins. And his tag team partner from Dandridge, Tennessee, weighing 258 pounds, the troublemaker, Brian and their opponents, weighing a combined 457 pounds, they are the World Fighting Showcase World Tag Team Champions, Elliot Russell and Sigmund, the Heat Seekers.
I'll take them both.
Can I have one? It was pretty on me. What was that?
He ain't saying nothing. He knows better.
Say something. Go ahead. I ain't scared. Take it off. I ain't scared. Come on. Neither one of you will Wayne. Aw. Come on, man. You scared of Wayne?
WFS World Tag Team Championships on the line. The Heat Seekers, Elliot Russell in the ring and Sigmund on the apron, defending against sensational Wayne Atkins and the troublemaker Brian Logan. The issues between these two teams go way back, months in the making here in the World Fighting Showcase. Collar and elbow tie-up. Elliot Russell applying the side headlock, and you may notice that Elliot Russell wearing that boot labeled BL, which of course is for Brian Logan. Brian and Wayne getting back one of those two boots, but unable to get the second boot, nor the tag team belts from the Heat Seekers. Another lockup here. Elliot Russell trying to use his size advantage over Wayne Atkins. Wayne ringing the arm of Russell. Backed into the corner. Now back to the center of the ring. Elliott Russell has the arm, tags in Sigmund. Reversal by Wayne Adkins now. Sigmund doing everything he can, but unable to get out. Wayne goes for the cover and gets a count of 1. They lock horns again. Wayne goes down to one knee. Sigmund mouthing off with the fans here at the Fightatorium as he tries to maintain control in this one. Wayne Adkins gets the advantage. Reversal by Sigmund and a shoulder tackle takes down one half of the tag team champions, and he retreats to a friendly corner. Kick to the gut by Sigmund and into the side headlock. These two teams certainly very familiar with each other. Have to imagine that everything is well scouted as the pace picks up. Arm drag by Wayne Adkins, and he hangs on. Sigmund quickly to his feet. Wayne tags in Brian Logan, and as mentioned, no love lost at all between Logan and the tag team champions, the Heat Seekers. Nice takedown there. Brian Logan, a near 30-year veteran in there, attempted to retire some time ago and was interrupted by these Heat Seekers, the World Tag Team Champions. They beat him down. They ripped his suit off. They stole his boots. Brian in control here, though. Sigmund works his way back to his feet and finds a way out of the hold. Reversal by Logan. Nicely done there by the troublemaker. Another tag. Wayne Adkins going to the top rope. Double team opportunity. Tag team gold on the line here today. Sigmund and Wayne Adkins jockeying for position. Wayne maintains the upper hand, using his athleticism, his agility. That's his calling card. Speaking of sensational, Wayne Adkins. Shoulders down, and that's going to break the hold. Sigmund tags in Elliott Russell now. Lock up, and Wayne immediately takes the arm, tags in Brian Logan. Nice strategy, evening the odds here from a size perspective, and Brian unloads right hands into the corner. Irish whip, back elbow takes down Elliott Russell, and Brian's going for that boot. Tries to unlace that boot. That is, frankly speaking, is rightfully Brian Logan's, but not quite able to get that boot away from Elliott Russell. Boot to the gut, unsportsmanlike conduct as it were by Elliott Russell. Now into the corner. Right hands into the mush of Brian Logan. Inverted atomic drop. Clothesline takes down Elliott Russell. Tags Wayne Atkins back in, and Wayne and Brian continue to work over the arm of Elliott Russell. Off the ropes now, and Sigmund getting involved. That'll distract Wayne Atkins. Over in the opposite corner, Brian and Elliott going at it. Jake Booth, the official in this very important championship match, and he is certainly up to the task of maintaining control here as the Heat Seekers take advantage of a double team opportunity. Into the corner head first goes the sensational one. Sigmund in control. Irish whip. Brian Logan over in the corner, getting the crowd fired up behind Wayne Atkins, but Sigmund going to the choke. Another tag made. Elliott Russell in legal now. Double team opportunity, and you can bet your bottom dollar that the Heat Seekers are going to take advantage of every one of those they get. Another tag here. Sigmund to the second rope, and another double team takes down Wayne Atkins. Referee distracted with Brian Logan here. Frustration on the face of the troublemaker, and that allows some unwieldy tactics by the Heat Seekers. Elliott Russell and Sigmund have inflicted a lot of pain on Wayne Atkins. Wayne could be out here. He's a little glassy-eyed, but he hears the crowd. He feels the energy of the fightatorium, and he gets back to his feet. Off the rope, Sigmund with a drop kick, lands flush, goes for the cover, hooks the outside leg, and a near fall. Sigmund showing frustration with Jake Booth's count. Another tag, Wayne Atkins reaching, doing all he can, trying to get to the corner, trying to get to Brian Logan, and Elliott Russell attempting to turn it over. He does. He's cinched in the Boston Crab. And Wayne is in a bad way. Center of the ring. Nicely done. Wayne gets out of the crab hold. Brian Logan trying to come in, and Wayne's going for that boot. Tension's running high in this one, and understandably so. Jake Booth doing about as good a job as you can expect, keeping this one under control, keeping it fair and balanced, as it were. Another tag, drop toe hold. Sigmund off the ropes with the elbow. Kick out by Wayne Atkins. Sigmund goes right back to the cover. This time hooks the legs, but not enough. And immediately goes back to the throat, utilizes every bit of the referee's count. And now taking tape off of his wrist and choking Wayne Atkins. Jake Booth preoccupied with Elliott Russell. Brian Logan talking to the referee, trying to draw his attention to the cheating ways of the World Tag Team Champions, as Sigmund once again locks in a hold on Wayne Atkins and gives the crowd here at the Fightatorium a piece of his mind. Wayne Atkins is fading a little bit, but he hears the crowd. They are firmly behind the sensational one. They want nothing more than to see Wayne get to the corner and tag his partner, the troublemaker Brian Logan. What do we got here? Oh my goodness, what a maneuver by Wayne Atkins. But he's a long way from home. He's a long way from his partner, Brian Logan. Sigmund reaching for the rope, trying to get to his feet. Both men do. Both men get the tag. Here comes Elliott Russell, and he's met by a right hand of Brian Logan, who's fighting both of the World Tag Team Champions. Sigmund goes out of the ring. Wayne Atkins gives chase, but Brian Logan is fired up, and he's got a clothesline for Russell. Ducks under. He's pulling the tights. That's the 3 count. Elliott Russell had the tights, but the fight's not over with. Brian Logan, Wayne Atkins now in the ring with Elliott Russell. 2-on-1. Wayne's got the boot. Now Wayne holding down Russell as Brian Logan unties the boot. And they got it. No tag team titles for Brian Logan and Wayne Atkins, but they get back that coveted boot. Call it a moral victory. Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore.
House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for.
House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Saturday night, November the 27th, bell time, 8 p.m., Danridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center for a big World Fighting Showcase event. One of the big matches, 8-man elimination tournament for the Horner Cup. Also on that card, the chain match, Murphy Costigan takes on Crash Cassidy, TV title on the line, and Tim Horner will be handcuffed to Bo James. And in tag team action, Brian Logan teamed with Wayne Atkins to take on the Heat Seekers for the title, and it will be the last time that Logan and Atkins get the shot. It all comes together Saturday night, November the 27th, bell time 8 p.m., Danridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center. You'll want to be there.
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore.
House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for.
House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Welcome back to WFS Showdown. Dallas Danger here. We are hoping you're enjoying this week's recap of the rivalry between the World Tag Team Champions, the Heat Seekers, and my guests at this time, the Troublemaker Brian Logan and sensational Wayne Atkins. Guys, we want to take a few minutes here. Obviously, today we've been looking back at some footage between the two of you and Elliot Russell and Sigmund, and I want to start with you, Wayne. You know, we've talked in short form on camera, but this is the first chance we've had to take some time with the cameras rolling so we can show the folks watching at home your opinion on this matter. I want to talk about what it was that motivated you to come to Brian's aid, given the history between you two. And for anyone watching who doesn't know, you and Brian in the past have been bitter rivals, so to speak, and have had some pretty heated battles of your own. So what was it that brought you out to that apron when Brian Logan really had no friends, no help against the World Tag Team Champions?
It's definitely no secret. Brian and myself have never been friends whatsoever on any level. He used to be a very, very tough individual.
A different man, yeah.
A very, very tough individual to get along with. And he would do whatever it took for him to get ahead in this business, right? Me being a young guy coming up, I run smack dab into this man when he was at his peak, in his prime. And at the time I hated him, but he did make me a better man and a better professional wrestler, I believe. A better athlete all around. And so I'm sitting in the dressing room, getting dressed, ready to leave, and I look up at the monitor, and there he is wanting to say goodbye and just step away, right? And I see the Heat Seekers hit the ring. And they're trying to take that from him. Now, no matter what he did, he's built a lot of bridges back, especially with me. I know he has. And I just couldn't see it go down that way. So I said, we might end up fighting after this. I don't know. But I'm going to the ring and I'm going to help him. And so I went out there and done what I could to help the situation. And luckily we were successful at getting him out of the ring and off of him and, you know, that kind of thing. They did honestly take his boots and all that stuff. We've addressed all that, I think, a bunch. But and so it just kind of started from there. We kind of sat down and had a long talk and kind of built a friendship that we've kind of had here. It's gotten better and better, I think, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
And so now we've got boots back and all that stuff, and we've had a couple of shots at those tag team championships, and I'd love to get my hands on those. That would be a big achievement for me and him together with all of our past to build on the future, I think. But it's been pretty good, I think. It's been okay.
Yeah, I think everyone was surprised. Brian, I think, being honest, probably would say the same. We were all surprised to see that you were the one to come to his aid. I don't know that anyone was disappointed because, as you said, I think anyone who has accomplished what Brian has accomplished,
yes,
by whatever means that is, been around this great sport as long as he has, deserves to go out on their own terms. Brian, was it Wayne coming to your aid that made you rethink retirement, or was that a decision that you made and then thought, well, maybe it's not quite time? What was really going through your head to choose to keep going after that initial run-in with the Heat Seekers and Wayne coming to your aid in that first affair with Elliott and Sigmund?
Well, I've had a wonderful, long career. I've done everything that can be done in professional wrestling. I've fought men that are superstars, up-and-comers. I've fought my heroes. I've met my heroes. And I felt that it was time to hang it up. I felt that I didn't have any more to accomplish. And as I remember when that mic came down and it busted my teeth out, and I'm laying there and I'm thinking, because of my actions of the past, there's no way anyone's going to come out here and help me, and I really am vulnerable and I really need some help. And that's when Wayne stepped up. And like he said, we sat down, we had a couple of beers, we talked, and we discussed our past, but mostly we focused on the future, and we realized that I did have, another run in me. I had a score to settle. I had a purpose, and together he had my back, so I didn't have to worry about the 2-on-1. To be quite honest with you, and to be perfectly frank, had it been 2-on-1, I might have just went off into the sunset. But because this man was right there behind me, I felt like it was 2-on-2, and I felt like that we could take care of business. And the first set of taking care of business, first step, was getting those boots back. Well, we've done that. And it was a long, hard, arduous road, many battles, but we got both those boots back. But what we're focusing on now is the future. We have to win these tag team championships, and we have to move forward.
Yeah, well, that's a great place to transition now to the future. We know that you are going to get one last opportunity at Tag Team Gold against the Heat Seekers, November the 27th, Dandridge, Tennessee, the town in which you live nowadays. Big for you on a lot of levels, the Horner Cup. Tell me what's going through your mind. You've gotten the boots back, so now this is the main focus. This has got to be the only goal. So what are the conversations in the camp of the sensational troublemakers? What are those conversations like right now?
Well, like you said, it's in my hometown of Dandridge. That's where I spend, the majority of my time. And I see my friends, I see my neighbors, and they're asking me, do you have it in you to win those tag team belts? Yeah, they were all encouraging me to get those boots back, which we did. But they're saying, do you guys have it to take those belts? And we got a lot to show, not only to Dandridge, but the whole World Fighting Showcase. But I think that our tag team, we're at the height of our tag team ability. I know we're in the best shape of both of our careers. And frankly, we're tight as can be. And I believe this last ride, this last chance is going to be our night.
Wayne, do you have anything to add to that?
He pretty much hit the nail on the head. For me, it's a full circle kind of thing, right? So, we were foes. He helped turn me into a man and make me a man, whether he knew it or not at the time. So I needed him then, right? Whether I knew it or not. He point in his life where maybe he needed me a little bit, and we've come together. We're whole. We're one. Right? Two guys, but one thought process, one mission, one goal, one end result. That is the Heat Seekers. That is the World Fighting Showcase Tag Team Championships. That is our goal. That is our focus. That's where we're at. That's where we're going. And Heat Seekers better be ready, because I think we're ready to go. Well-oiled machine.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, we're at our peak, man. We're at the top of our game, and more importantly, we know those Seekers. We've been in there, we've been battling them, and we know what it takes to get that gold.
Well, let's talk just briefly about that, Brian. You know, you have mentioned the many battles, and I know that the means in which the Seekers have defeated you not been honest, have not been fair. But what going into November the 27th, the Horner Cup, Dandridge, Tennessee, this last opportunity, what do you think is the difference? What do you guys have to do to get over that hump? And no matter what the Seekers bring to the table, get your hands raised and become the new tag team champions here in WFS.
Well, the pressure is definitely on, but that's what we like. We like high pressure situations. That's when the best athlete comes out. That's when that we really shine. We're going to show them that we're ready. We know all their dirty tricks. We've been watching the film. We've been studying them. We know the chemistry that they have in the ring. We know that when they tend to do one thing, it ends up doing this thing over here. We're ahead of the game. We've watched the film. We've trained. We've sat down. We've got all the experience in the world. We're ready for them.
Well, it certainly sounds like Brian Logan, Wayne Atkins are ready to take on the Heat Seekers one last time to gain tag team gold. Gentlemen, thanks as always for joining me. I'm sure everyone watching at home really appreciates your time. Folks, we're going to have more World Fighting Showcase Showdown right after this brief commercial break.
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.